Okay, so hi guys. Disclaimer, I just want to go ahead and say if you guys hear any noise, I live on a main street, so there's, the time that I'm able to film varies. And yeah, I just had to come on today and speak to you guys because it's just like, what is going on with our world? Like, where are we going? Like, what is up with all of this? Like, I just truly don't understand, like, deep down in my soul, why we are the way we are as human beings. Now, let's go back to when Alton was killed. That was like a couple days ago. And right after, the other guy was killed. I can't remember his name, but it's just like I've been trying not to really go on Facebook and YouTube and watch these different, videos and things. But I did see the first one. The second one I didn't watch. I just saw like a small little clipping. I just don't even know, like, how to address this or what to say. Like, I just feel like as a nation, as a whole, we are, fucked up. And excuse me if I'm like mumbling and it just sounds like I'm all over the place. I'm still really not, feeling that well, and not to just keep bringing that up, but, it's just reality. And it's just a lot going on. I'm just disturbed. Even going back to the Orlando shootings, like, when I go on Facebook, everybody and their mama is talking about this, which I understand. I get it. I feel it. But when that happened, nobody said a word. The only people who spoke on that were other gay people. And I'm not talking to you guys as subscribers, because I love you guys. You guys are the best. I just feel as though certain people in the world, it's just crazy to me how you pick and choose and be selective on what you want to speak on. Some of those people in Orlando that were killed were black. Things happen every single day that no one speaks on, but everyone has such profound, speeches when this goes on. And I know you guys are probably going to look at me like, why are you saying that? You're black. Like, you should, be like, Black Lives Matter. And I am Black Lives Matter. But I feel like all lives matter. And that's where the problem lies. That's where the problem lies with white people. That's where the problem lies with black people. That's where the problem lies with everybody. Because we're so fucking hung up on the color of somebody's goddamn skin. Like, people are people. And society has programmed us to look at people in certain lights. Like, even with me growing up in southern Birmingham, Alabama, I can't say that I've experienced that when it comes to, like, being pulled over by police that are white, because in my case, I don't know if it's because I'm lighter, because I'm gay, my demeanor, I don't know. I haven't had the issue with white police officers. My issue with police officers and the things that has happened to me, they have been black, and I'll go into that a little bit later. But I just want to let you guys know, like, you have to stop looking at race. And it's just like a big race war. Like, we're in 2016. You would think that it would be better and we wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. Like, my heart is just hurt. And the fact that people are just so mean and so hateful, like, where is this coming from? There was no reason for them to just blatantly shoot that man down for selling CDs on camera. Like, his son broke down on CNN, and that just broke my heart. Then the other guy was shot and killed with his child in the back seat and his girlfriend, wife, fiance next to him. And they didn't even care that it was on camera. I'm surprised they didn't shoot her ass. Like, it's just crazy. And like I said, guys, please don't misconstrue my words. I'm not saying like, you know, Black lives don't matter. They do. We matter. But we need to get in a mindset as a whole that all lives matter. I'm just so sick of this whole back and forth race thing. Like I said in the beginning of this video, as a whole, as a nation, we are all fucked up. We look at people because of how they dress, how they look, their sexuality, their bank account status, like what kind of car they drive. Stupid shit. I don't care if you're from the ghetto or if you live in Manhattan. If you're a good person, I fuck with you. Like, I don't care how much money you have, what kind of car you drive, where you live, what kind of education you have. I'm just so over this stuff. Like, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. Everybody has their judgmental moments. But I'm not about to judge somebody just because of the color of their skin. I know some great white people. I know some great black people. All police officers are not horrible. I get the way that it is in the media, and it is kind of like a war going on, but my cousin's dad was a police officer his whole life. I think he's retired now. He's not a bad guy. Like, I don't know, you know, how he was when he was like patrolling and stuff, but the only thing I can remember with him is that when I was younger and I lived in the projects, my cousin would come over and my grandma would babysit her, and then I would walk with her to the library. And my aunt never wanted us to go, I guess, because, you know, because the neighborhood was bad, which I can understand that now. But back then, I used to be mad as hell at her, because I'm like, why the fuck we can't go nowhere? Like, we was tired of being stuck up in the house, and I wanted to take my cousin out, you know, and go some places. So at this time, excuse me if my nose is running, my allergies. At this time, my cousin's dad was like on a bike. Him and his partner, they rode bikes through, you know, the projects or whatever. And I don't ever remember them like harassing people or doing anything horrible. They just did their job. And, you know, they are black, but it's just like the situation that happened with Dallas, the 11 police officers being wounded, 5 dead. And I think an innocent bystander was shot in the leg trying to protect her child, like hovering over her child. Like, all of this stuff is just so fucking crazy. Like, I'm just at a loss for words. Like, I really have no idea what to say or what to do. I do not even want to leave my house. And I felt this way after the Orlando shootings happened, because as a black gay male, forget being black, add gay into it, add being feminine into it. People treat me horrible every day just for being who I am, just for being truthful and honest to who I am. I can't tell you the amount of stares and hate I get in a day from people just looking at me in disgust because they don't agree or don't understand why I am the way that I am. And I'm not trying to make this a gay video or just a black video or just a white video. This is in relation to everybody and everything that is going on. I don't care what color you are. People are people. Have a human moment and just look inside yourself and think to yourself, what if that was your mom or your dad that was shot, those police officers? How would you feel? Like, all of them are not bad. Some people have dreams of growing up and becoming a cop to make the world better because of things that happen to them. Like, some people witness their mom being beat or having a family member being killed, and they want to give back. Like, I always wanted to be a lawyer and go to law school because I grew up in the hood and I saw so many bad things. I wanted to make a difference. But, you know, as I got older, I realized who I was, and I noticed that I had different ambitions in life. And even now with the job I have, like, that's not something that I'm just so happy and want to do. I'm just doing it because I need a check, you know, to live. But my heart is in fashion, makeup, skincare, YouTube. Like, it's not right to fight hate with hate. No doubt, the stuff that's been going on with all these black men being killed by the police is just outrageous. The Sandra Bland thing, outrageous. The Orlando shootings, outrageous. But what kills me with some of you guys is you be selective on what the fuck you want to speak about. It's like half of the people on my timeline on Facebook didn't have one thing to say about that. And half of them are people that I went to high school and college with. Half of them don't say nothing about current events. Anything that goes on in the world. But let some be selective and exclusive to being black. They all about it. You can't just choose to speak on one thing. Like, I get it. It's personal. We all black. I'm black. I get it. Like I said, I can't speak on the brutality thing with the police. I have not experienced that personally from white police officers. I've experienced it from black police officers. I was stopped not too long ago because I was turning, and for some reason, I don't know what was going on with me this particular day, but it was a woman walking across the street, like the crosswalk area, and the light was green for me to turn, and I guess the thing was, you know, ready for her to walk. So she was walking and I was turning, I didn't see her. Like, I almost kind of hear her, but at the same time, I didn't, because when I did see her, you know, I made sure that I slowed my ass down. But the campus police, I'm referring to UAB. If you live in Birmingham, Alabama, you know what I'm talking about. They turned around and got behind me, and they stopped me. And I'm like, what are they stopping me for? Because in my mind, I didn't think that's what it was for. But I asked them, I was like, you know, can I bend down to get my wallet so I can get my insurance and my license? You know, I don't want you to shoot me. I said that to them, and they were black. And they were like, yeah, you know, go and get it. And, you know, why you asking us that? I'm like, because all of this shit is going on in the media. So, I get it. But there was another time I was stopped. This was back when I first started driving. I didn't have my license at the time. I just had a permit. I was in the car with my good friend at the time. And I was in a hurry to get home because I had to pee. I was like this close from being at home. Police got behind me at the last minute and stopped me right in front of the door. Black police officers. Shining lights in the car. So yeah, they stopped me like right in front of the door. And they were like shining their lights in the car, asking us if we have like drugs and weapons. And I'm like, really? Like, I looked at them, I'm like, you think I have drugs and weapons, baby? No. I'm like, no, I don't have anything like that. But what are you in such a hurry for? Because I have to pee. My house is right there, and I have to pee. Well, you did a void of traffic device, like you went through the gas station to go around instead of waiting for the light. Once again, I had to pee. I guess you gotta do your job, but I had to pee. I don't know if there's people excuse all the time, but I had to fucking pee. And I told them this. I think I was like 18 or something at the time. So they turned it into this big thing. Like, I had to sit in the back seat of the car, of the police car, while they ran my record to see if I had a record, and I don't. Did they have me in handcuffs? I don't think I was in handcuffs, but I had to sit in the back seat. They like patted me up and down, and when I say patted me up and down, like feeling me, like my ass, like my crotch, everywhere, like all over my body. I feel like they was trying to like in like a free feel or something. And my friend was just like, are you serious? Like, y'all really doing him like that? Because he had to pee. And I was driving my granddaddy's Cadillac. Like, I don't know if it was because of the area we were in and the type of car. Once again, stereotype. And they just assumed that we were up to something bad, but mainly me. And like I said, these police officers were black. So, I can't speak on experiencing that from a white one because I haven't. And back to what I was just saying, my friend ran in the house and told my grandma. She was like all upset and disturbed, and it gave me a ticket. And then the ticket ended up getting thrown out, which I feel like I should have fought that because they were just being real extra and inappropriate. But like I said, they were black. The times that I have been stopped by white police officers, they were just like, you know, you need to slow it down, you're driving too fast, you ran through the red light, or, you know, this is a residential neighborhood, and yeah, sometimes I do be flying. But they were always very, like, nice and considerate about it, and just very not even rude. And I live in Birmingham, and I'm, like I said, I'm not defending them saying, like, oh, white people are great, or white police officers are wonderful, but my own personal experience, I can't speak to that because it has not happened to me from white police officers. But from black, I get it all day long. Like, they just rude as hell because I don't know if they're like this everywhere, but in Birmingham, some black police officers, not all, some, have this air about themselves, like they're just better than everybody, like they look at you like they're crazy, they get their little blue outfit on and a gun and do not know how to fucking act. And like I said, you know, but it's not exclusive to police officers. Everybody acts like that. Like people say, when we, black people, get higher positions or certain jobs, we start to have this uppity attitude like I'm better than you. And it's true, it really is. I know so many people who go from being lower class and then they finally get a decent job, not even paying them a whole lot of money. You probably getting paid like $14, $15. Do not know how to act. Like, but that's just our society. And my point in this video is basically saying we as a race, as a nation, as humans, we need to be better. Stop making everything a white, black, Mexican, Chinese issue. It is a race war going on. And yeah, I do agree that those police officers stereotype black men. Especially like an urban black man. But even if you're like a black man in a suit and tie, they still gonna do it. But that's because of how society has made everything get programmed into our heads. But my point is, we all need to fix the issue. White people need to fix it. Black people need to fix it. Everybody needs to fucking come together. We need to stop worrying about who's gay, who's black, who's white. All of that. Like, it just kills me. Because some of you thought that it was okay that that club in Orlando got shot up. All because there were fags. But then when this happens, it's like World War III. It's wrong. It hurts me. But you cannot be selective on who needs to be shot or who is okay for it to die. Once you die, that's it. Ain't no coming back from that. You dead. Like, there's no reversing that. And it shouldn't matter about the skin color. Like, and I know I'm probably going to get ate up for saying this because I'm black. But you just can't make it that way. This world is fucked up. And it's just sad. Like, you should be worried when you leave your house anyway. The church incident that happened with the guy who shot up the black church, the movie theater situation, the Boston Marathon, 9/11. Like, I can go on and on. It's so much shit that goes on in this world that is just too much. Because we as people have so much fucking hate in our hearts for people for no reason. No reason at all. All white people are not evil. All black people are not evil. All Mexican people are not evil. All of them don't live together. Some of them have nice jobs, live by themselves, have kids, wife, husband, and it's just them. Like, but because we have these stereotypes of people, everybody gonna look at it like that. Every gay person got AIDS. Every black person is broke and ghetto. Every white person is bougie and rich. Some of their asses is poor as fuck. Don't have a goddamn dime. But you guys assume just because they're white, they have money. Most of the white people I know do not have a damn dime. They struggling just like the next bitch. And I'm just so sick of this. Like, people need to learn to stop doing this. Like, the way that I was raised, I'm not even gonna lie. My grandparents, they were old school. So my grandmother was in marches and all of that. She was supposed to be in the 16th Street Baptist Church when that bombing happened to those 4 little girls. But thankfully, her sister came and got her because her mom knew about it. And she was like, you know, well, she didn't know the bombing was going to happen, but she didn't want her to be down there in all of that. My grandfather's brother was shot by the police. I don't know what year it was. We just had this conversation, but he told me about this when I was younger, but I didn't really understand it. And I was kind of raised to think that white people, not to think that they were evil, but just to watch out, you know. My grandma would always tell me, you know, watch out for them. They'll lie on you in a second and stuff. And some of that stuff did come out to be true, but as you become an adult, you have to make your own opinions about things. Just like with white kids that are raised to be racist. I've heard so many stories where they would say that's how they were raised. Their parents instilled that into them. Just like my friend, my best friend works at a daycare. There's a little white girl who always says things to the black kids and be like, you're stupid, you're ugly. My mom says that about you guys. Like, it goes back to home. And then form your own opinion. I don't care how you raise, you have to form your own opinion. And, like I said, I just can't look at race. I've dated white guys, I've dated black guys, I haven't dated anybody else because, I mean, they just didn't approach me, but I wouldn't be opposed to dating like a Mexican or a Latina or, you know, that's just me though, because I'm just a good-hearted person. As people always say, I wear my heart on my sleeve, yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world, but I do try to do things that I know are right. Now, lately, I have been kind of a bitch, and I have been kind of just not giving a fuck because I'm still grieving, and then, you know, I'm sick, and I'm just not in a good space in my life right now, so I probably have been a little bit bitchy and not so great, but I admit to my faults, and it's just like, I feel like everybody needs to look within and learn how to love one another and stop looking at races. Yesterday, when I was on my way to work, I stopped to get me some breakfast. There's a white woman in front of me, just paid for my breakfast. I didn't even know. Like, I just pulled up to the line and they were like, she paid for your breakfast. And so I pulled up next to her and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. She was like, you're welcome. I don't know what her purpose was for it, but I just took it as a blessing. Like, and she was white. And like I said, this is not about me coming out here defending white people. I'm not defending them. But it's not all white people. Just like it's not all black people that want to retaliate and go shoot people. Because, like, what is that going to do besides make an even bigger mess than it already is? Now, even more people have lost moms and dads, people in the hospital running up medical bills. It's just too much. Like, I just say all this to say, this is America. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you don't like white people, you ain't gotta like them. If you don't like black people, you don't have to like them. You're entitled to your opinion. But there's a difference when you don't like somebody and have intolerance. I may not agree with you being straight and liking pussy, but I'm not gonna shoot you for it. I may not agree with the way that you do your hair, but I'm not gonna shoot you for it. I may not like your shoes or your makeup, but does that give me the right to fucking shoot you? No. So, open your eyes and realize that even though it is a war between like black men and white police officers and police officers in general. I'm not denying that. There is a war going on. But we need to stop labeling and judging people for their title and their skin color and look at people as humans. I'm just really, really tired of this. Like, it just makes me not want to leave the house. Like, when I say that I just really don't want to leave my room because it's like I can be shot for being black. I can just be going to the grocery store, or somebody gonna shoot me because I'm gay. They may not like the way my hair is. Like, you can't go to the movies, you can't go to a race, you can't go to school, you can't go to church. Everywhere you go is getting shot the fuck up. And it's sad and fucking ridiculous. Like, us as a nation, we need to do better. Us as humans, we need to do better. And that's just all I'm gonna say. Like, I'm gonna just leave it right there and end this video because I don't know what else to say. All I know is that I'm tired. I couldn't even sleep last night. I was up all night, and I really am tired of it. And that's another thing. Like, we just look at these situations that happen on the news and be like, oh, that's so sad, that's so fucked up, we'll write a little status about it. But it doesn't really hit home. And you just like, oh, what is sad. And I'm not saying everybody should get down and cry and just be like all angry, but we need to wake up. Like, it's not just happening to other people. This is happening to everybody. If I walk out on the street, somebody gonna judge me or want to kill me or hurt me because of me being feminine, gay, black. If a white person walks up to a black person, they're gonna want to shoot them because they scared they're gonna try to do something to them because they white. So everybody needs to be on fucking guard. Like, everywhere you go, because it's a war now. It really is a war. And I think it's fucking ridiculous. It's sad. And it shouldn't be this way in 2016. It really should be a whole lot better. But until we as people learn how to stop judging people and just live and accept people for who they are and try to open your heart and understand others, it's never going to be okay. It's never going to be alright. We are never going to make it as a nation if we continue to fucking act like this. Like, I just want to move to Canada or somewhere because I'm just tired. Like, I really am. I really am. I do not trust anybody. Nobody. I don't care what race you are, what color you are. It's just crazy. It really is. And you know, I said I was going to end this video. I know I'm rambling, but even as a community of being gay, I get gay bashed from them because of how feminine I am. Like, I get it from the straight people and I get it from them. Like, so it's not just exclusive to people just hating gays. Us as gay people hate gays, transgenders. Like, it's not exclusive. With white people, oh, she's white trash. Like, it's all of us.